Hello and a very warm welcome to the students of class 10. Today let's do a lesson from your English textbook, First Flight. The lesson is titled The Sermon at Benaras by Betty Renshaw. Let me begin the lesson with an introduction of the author, Betty Renshaw. She was an American writer born on 2nd October 1921 in the Renshaw family. She is the author of books such as Values and Voices. She died on 30th April 1999 at the age of 77. This chapter throws light on the early life of Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha was originally born as a prince in the royal family. However, on exposure to the sufferings of the world, he left his princehood. Then he went in search of salvation. Thus, he left all the worldly pleasures behind. Moreover, when he attained spiritual awakening, he gave his first sermon in the city of Benaras. He made a lady named Kisa Gautami realize that men are mortal. Also, a wise man never grieves at what is unavoidable or inevitable. It only enhances pain and suffering. Let's now know about the characters. Buddha. Gautam Buddha is the founder of the religion Buddhism. He was a spiritual teacher who had gained enlightenment after seeing the world's pains and greed. Kisa Gautami. She was a young mother whose only son had died. She was a loving and caring mother, but at the same time, she became selfish and wanted to get her son back after death. Coming to the summary of the lesson, Gautama Buddha was born to a North Indian royal family as a prince and was named Siddhartha Gautama. When he was 12 years old, he was sent to a faraway place to study Hindu sacred scriptures, and upon returning 4 years later, he got married to a princess. Soon, they both had a son, and they continued to live the royal life for about 10 years. The royals were shielded or protected from all the unpleasant experiences of the world. On his way to hunt, the prince met a sick man, an aged man, a funeral procession, and a monk begging for alms. These experiences acted as eye-openers for him. After seeing the sufferings of the world, he decided to give up all worldly pleasures. Thus, he left all the royalty behind to seek a higher sense of spiritual knowledge or enlightenment. He finally attained salvation under a tree of Bodh Gaya. Upon attaining salvation, he began preaching. He gave his first sermon or religious talk in the city of Benaras near the banks of the Ganges. Kisa Gautami was the first one to receive this sermon. Thus, this lesson covers the journey of Gautama Buddha from princehood to his saintly life. There was a lady named Kisa Gautami whose son had died. Suffering with unending pain, she went from house to house looking for a medicine to bring her son back to life. People started thinking that the lady had lost her senses. One day, she met a man who directed her towards Lord Buddha, who could possibly have a solution for her problem. Buddha then asked her to look for mustard seeds, and the seeds must be procured from a house that had seen no death. Reinstated with hope, Kisa Gautami once again went on a search from house to house, but to her dismay, she could not find mustard seeds from a house that would fulfill Buddha's condition. Disheartened, she sat at the edge of the road, thus realizing how selfish she had been. She realized or became conscious to the fact that men were mortal and no one could escape the cycle of death. This was exactly what Buddha wanted her to understand. According to Lord Buddha, feelings of grief and sorrow only increases man's pain and suffering, thus deteriorating his health. Therefore, a wise person, fully aware about nature's functioning, must not grieve at something bound to happen, and only then he can be happy and blessed. So children, what do we learn from this story, or what is the message that is conveyed through this story? It is, nothing is permanent. Everything is subject to decay. All human beings are mortals, and mortals are bound to die. They help them know the fact that grieving on the death of a relative brings nothing. It only invites physical pain.